Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a pretty highly requested video, which is how I style my handbags. So I've been actually really excited about this. I kind of put together a little bit of a list to give you some like bullet points of like where I normally shop, what I normally do, because my style tends to be pretty simple and straightforward. So I kind of follow like a few rules, if you will. Like I don't follow them that closely, but just in general, I follow a few rules that I have for myself because then I know that I'm going to like the outfit that ends up coming out of these rules. So I'll share all that with you guys. What I did was I took some pictures from my Instagram, and also over the weekend I just kept track of the outfits that I was wearing. I did like little short clip videos of them just to show you kind of a realistic idea of what I'm wearing on the regular basis and how I'm styling my bags, where I'm taking them, all that types of stuff. So I am gonna go ahead and get started. Also, sorry if you guys hear a little bit of a humming sound in the background. My air conditioning is kind of on the fritz right now. I'm waiting for someone to come fix it, but it's just still making sounds even though I tried to turn it off. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. So sorry if you guys hear a bit of a humming sound in the background. That's just my AC doing its thing. So first up, like I said, I tend to wear very simple clothing. Specifically, I tend to stick with a white top and either jean shorts or jeans. That is like one of my favorite classic looks. I also will do like a black top, beige top, but I try to stick with the same neutral colors. So I'll typically stick with, like I said, black, white, beige, sometimes gray. Like I'll do a little bit of gray. And then if I feel like wearing color, then I will wear color. But most of my closet is going to be those simple, basic colors. So when I say that it's pretty easy for me to style different bags each time I wear my bags, it's pretty easy because I'm always wearing neutral colors. If I want to wear a pop of color in my bag, it makes it super duper easy for me. So that's how I'm able to kind of get the most use out of my bag, so that I'm not just always leaning toward a black bag, because my outfit is always going to go with basically any bag that I have here, just depending on where I'm going. So that's one of my rules for myself, is to wear basic colors. I also like solids. I tend not to wear any patterns. Every once in a while I will. Like I said, these are not like complete rules where I only stick to this stuff. Of course, you got to have a little bit of fun. You got to get out of your comfort zone sometimes. But I tend to stick with only solid colors just because it kind of calms me. I feel like I get really anxious if I am wearing something like super colorful or something with a big pattern on it. It makes me anxious for some reason. I know I have heard people say before the reason that they stick to solid colors is because it does kind of make them anxious to wear anything different than that. It makes them feel a little bit insecure. And that's exactly how I am. I've noticed that once I started wearing just solid colors, I became a lot more confident in myself, a lot more confident in my style, just because I felt like I looked more well put together. And of course, it's everyone's own opinion too. Like it may be where you only feel comfortable when you're wearing something that has a pattern on it, something that's bright colored. It's totally up to personal opinion. It's not that one looks better than the other. This is just what I'm most comfortable in. Another rule, if you will, for myself that I like to follow is I like to do shirts that have somewhat special shoulders, whether it's the way that it's cut on the shirt. I like to do something that's like square sometimes. Sometimes I'll do like round, or like I usually don't do as much of like a V-neck and anything unless it's something where I'm going out like at nighttime and it's like a deep V, something like that. But I tend to stick with like the special shoulders. Like this one has like a little bit of a puff shoulder. I love puffy shoulders. I also love just anything that has a like asymmetrical cut. Asymmetrical? Is it asymmetrical or asymmetric? Okay, one or the other, you guys know what I'm talking about. I like when it's not symmetrical on the shoulders. Like, so say if I have like one shoulder off, like one shoulder on kind of vibe. I love stuff like that. So I tend to find shirts like that at ASOS. I normally tend to shop online. I'll go through a couple other stores a little bit later on in the video that I like to shop at, just to give you guys some reference. And then I'll keep putting some pictures up over here too, so that way you guys can see what I'm talking about. So another thing that I like to do too is that when I'm wearing just a basic top, so say if it's not something that's like different like this, that has like a little bit of a puff shoulder, this one has like a square neckline. If I'm just wearing like a plain basic like round neck t-shirt kind of thing, I would prefer for it to always be a bodysuit rather than just a shirt, because I like to tuck in my tops. Anytime I have a top that's like long enough to tuck into my pants or into my shorts, whatever the case is, I like to tuck in my top almost always. So like this one is a bit of a crop, if you can see it. I don't want to drop my phone into my lap. This one's a bit of a crop. So I'm not doing that right now because it wouldn't make sense to really tuck this shirt in. But when I wear something that's just a regular top, I love to tuck it in. If I have a picture, I'll put a picture right here. So yeah, one of my normal outfits when I was going to the office was I would wear a Fashion Nova bodysuit that's just plain scoop neck like t-shirt, and that way it would always be tucked in because it's a bodysuit. And then I would wear like a little belt with it sometimes too. That just makes it super easy for me to style anything. It makes it look more put together. It makes you look like you spend more time on it than if you just have like a t-shirt kind of loosely hanging out, kind of just like you threw it on. So I really love to tuck in my clothes, and the bodysuit just makes it easier for me to do that and to make sure that it stays tucked in. So that's another tip that I have. A majority of the time I was getting my bodysuits from Fashion Nova, but of course like their quality is not the best. I don't think that they're like the best company to buy from really either. So I've been buying more, like I said, from ASOS, but I also buy from Forever 21 a lot. Like Forever 21 is like one of my weaknesses. Like I will totally buy any of my clothes from Forever 21. And as much as I try to kind of like look at more expensive brands, look at brands where like it's gonna be less fast fashion, I tend to go back to Forever 21 just because it's cheap. And I like to buy a lot of the same things, a lot of like the just staple pieces, a lot of solids, like, so they're not going out of style, they're not going anywhere. So I like to buy stuff like that from there just because it is really inexpensive, especially with white clothes, because I feel like you can only wear white clothes a certain number of times, and then they just get to the point where they're kind of looking a little dingy and you just can't get them back to white. So that's why I feel like if I buy cheaper white clothes, I'm gonna go through them anyway. They're gonna get to a point where they're kind of old and I'm not gonna use them anymore, and then I can get new ones because they're not very expensive. I don't feel like I'm wasting a ton of money. So that's why I tend to shop at Forever 21 for basics as well. Another thing that I also really like are high-waisted pants. I tend to wear high-waisted jeans. If I wear jeans, I think all of my jeans are high-waist jeans. Same thing with my shorts. I love high-waisted shorts. I feel like it just from my body type, I feel like it makes me look a little bit better than if I'm to wear something that's a bit lower cut, just because I don't know, I just feel like I'm more confident in it. I just feel like it makes my like body look a little bit different, and that's the way that I like it to look, and that's where I feel most confident. So I definitely go with high-waisted most of the time. That's kind of another like rule for myself, but I feel like it helps me pull together an outfit just personally. I feel like it helps me look a little bit more put together because I like to tuck things in, and I feel like it really gives me a waistline when I'm tucking in a shirt and I have on high-waisted jeans. Another rule that I have for myself is that when I'm wearing a dress for casual purposes, I like for it to be just plain all one solid color. And I like to have, like, if it has a slit in it or something like that, I like that. Or I like if it has like a little bit of an open, like a keyhole kind of back to it. I like something that's a little bit different about it so that the style itself shows that it's a bit unique, but also so that the colors stay solid so that I can wear whatever bag or accessories that I want with it, or whichever shoes I want with it. So for example, I have this picture of me like sitting down with my Manolos on, and this way, even though I was wearing just all black, this dress has like a bit of a mock neck to it, and then it also has a slit. You can't see the slit, and then there's also a keyhole back to it, but you can't really see all that in the picture. But that way it just added like a little bit more dimension than if I were to just wear just like a plain black solid bodycon dress. Also, since it is a little bit longer, I like that too. I wasn't going anywhere that was like remotely professional or anything like that. I was just at a friend's house for dinner for with a couple people. So instead of wearing something that was like looking like club attire, I felt like this looks more like dinner attire, and I felt like it looked really good. And then I also paired it with that what's it called, the Louis Vuitton can bag. Yeah. But I paired it with that bag because it was just different, you know? It's like, so I'm wearing such a simple outfit, I want the bag to be different. If I'm wearing like an outfit that has a bit more to it, then I'm gonna make the bag really simple. So that's one thing that I really like to do, especially with the unique looking bags that I have. Like for example, that Louis Vuitton Cans bag. For another example, I have the pink Chanel boy bag with the stingray on it, and like that bag, I try to wear like the most simple outfits with it because that's where it looks really good. Another thing that I like to do is to wear all black with a black bag as well. So I feel like one of the reasons that I like to do that is because one of my like style inspiration pages that I like to follow is Lori Harvey, and I feel like Lori Harvey does this all the time. Like at least she used to a lot of times to wear all black. She'd have on like a black bag, sometimes she'd wear like black gloves, like a touch, and she would go for the all black look all the time, and I love that. So here's another picture. This one I have kind of a little puff sleeve, kind of corset style top on, and I have my Hermes Kelly and then some black jeans on. So I feel like this came together really well, even though it's very, very basic because I have on all black. Like it's these little touches where it's not just like black t-shirt, black jeans, black bag. Like it gives like a couple little touches. Like you got the hardware on the bag, like you've got the corset top. It's a little bit different than a regular top. You know, it's just got an extra flair to it, but it's all very simple. and I love the simplicity. Here's like a little video clip. This is another example. This is something that I wore over the weekend that I wanted to show you guys. And this one I have on my Alaya heels. And I, first of all, love those because they're pretty comfortable. I mean, they may not last you all day. You might not be able to wear them all day, but you can wear them for a while. I wore them to brunch. I had on some, like the most casual outfit with them. I had on some just high-waist jean shorts, and then I had on a black tank top that has a square neck to it because it just adds a little bit more. Like I was talking about, the necklines and the shoulders make a big difference. So I wore that with my Birkin 35 sitting right back there, and I have a little twilly on it because I was wearing like no color at all. And I was like, well, let me put a little bit of a twilly on my bag. That'll make it look a little bit cuter. But I feel like that outfit came out really nicely as well. And I also packed my Hermes Oran sandals in my bag so that when my feet started to hurt, I was going to the mall after. So when my feet started to hurt, I could just switch out my shoes. And here's a picture of me like once I switched those out. I was just wearing super basic outfit with like my little black mask. Sitting outside of Nobu. I didn't go to Nobu, it was closed, but just, you know, just chilling there, you know. It just kind of looks very casual, and then you have just the Birkin standing out a little bit, but also just, you know, like you didn't try that hard. It's just there with the little twilly on it. I love it. Like it's just a super chill look, and it's also very, very hot here. It's like 114 degrees outside the other day, I think. So it was hot. Like this is a perfect outfit where you're not trying to do too much. No layers are involved, nothing like that. It just helped to dress it up a little bit with the heels. This one's a picture of me and my friend Esmeralda. This is like actually a couple weeks ago. This was when I was visiting LA. And this picture, I'm wearing like a off the shoulder top. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name of it. Yeah, I'm wearing an off the shoulder top and the black jean shorts as well to match with my Bvlgari Serpenti bag on. And I feel like it's just such an easy look. Just ignore the hat that I have tied to it. Like, it was like I was staying an extra day in LA. I didn't have any hair products. I was trying to cover my hair for a little bit. You know, just ignore the hat. Like I didn't know if I needed it or not. So it's like hooked onto my bag. But other than that, I feel like this outfit comes together really well. It's just different. Like the sleeve thing, I'm telling you guys, like pop on some different sleeves with a basic color. Like it's gonna look so good. Now, usually what I'll do, since my outfits are so basic and I'm not usually planning them around the bag that I'm gonna wear, what I'll normally do is I'll get dressed and everything with what I wanna wear, and then I'll stand in front of the mirror and I'll try on the different bags. So I have like a little video clip. I was trying to decide which bag to wear that day. But normally I'll just stand in front of the mirror, put them on, and then see what looks best. It's kind of better for just trial and error since, you know, you already have on the outfit. You might as well not plan it around the bag. And you can kind of see what you like as far as bags go, like what you need to carry that day. And that's kind of the thing that I pick last, is the bag. So a few more kind of suggestions for where I tend to look for style inspiration. One of them is Lailli Mirza's Instagram page. I'll put her Instagram in the description box. But yeah, I love her page because she wears a lot of black and white the way that I do. So it makes it really easy to kind of get some inspiration from someone who already dresses pretty similarly to you. And she's also always pairing her things with designer bags. She has some of like the most fabulous bags. So she's always pairing it with bags that are like my style as well. So it makes it really helpful. Like I said, Lori Harvey is another one. I follow her Instagram page because she just posts some of like the cutest looks, and they're simple. A lot of times she's just wearing something basic. She has a really, really cute bag on. She wears like a lot of Birkins, and she does some Chanel. She's got like a lot of different just ideas on her page, and her style is very classy, very put together, very just very simple, and I love it. Another thing that I'll do on Instagram is I'll search the hashtag Black Girl Fashion. And then that way I can see like what other girls are wearing. I love looking at that hashtag. I should hashtag it more in my pictures, but I don't. But I love looking at that because I can kind of see an idea of like the style that everyone else has. I love it. I do the same thing on Pinterest. I absolutely adore Pinterest. I get a lot of my style inspiration from there as well, just by clicking around, looking around. I'll look for like simple outfits, or like classy outfits, or like Black Girl Fashion again. I'll look at that up as well. But yeah, Pinterest is another place where I get a lot of style inspiration from. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone because I made a whole list of things that I wanted to tell you guys. And then for places that I shop, I already mentioned Forever 21. I already mentioned that I shop at ASOS for my white top specifically. I do shop at House of CB as well. If you haven't seen their website, I would definitely recommend going to check it out. They have some really cute stuff. It is kind of expensive, but for any type of special occasion or something like that, I would totally go to House of CB. Like that's something where I love their things. Like their stuff is really good quality. And it's very unique, but it's also very simple at the same time, if that makes sense. Like definitely check out their website though. They might have some things that you like too. Another one is Levi. Almost all my jeans are from Levi. The pair that I'm wearing right now is from Good American, and I actually really like these, but Levi is usually where I get all my jeans. Another website that I always shop on is Farfetch. So if you are looking to add a designer touch to your outfit and you want like one designer piece that you're gonna mix in with everything else, which I think is a great idea, by the way. I love shopping on Farfetch. Actually, I get a lot of my Manolos from Farfetch. So if you're looking for shoes, they're great there as well. I feel like their bags are a bit overpriced sometimes because they do sell pre-loved bags, but they just cost way too much. Just go to Fashion File for your pre-loved bags. But for outfits, for accessories that are designer, that's gonna be a really good place to go because they have a lot of sales. Also, like if you sign up for their emails, this is like not sponsored or anything, but if you sign up for their emails, a lot of times they'll send you coupons in the email, like they'll let you know when the sales are, of course, like anywhere else does. So definitely use those because it's designer stuff and you can actually get a discount on it. So it's pretty cool. I love Farfetch. Okay, so that's essentially how I choose to style my handbags, and that's how my personal style tends to work. Hopefully this was helpful to you guys. I know that this is a video that was requested quite a bit. I didn't want to make it too long because I know this video is already kind of long, but I wanted you guys to get a sense of what I tend to like to wear and what makes it a lot easier for me to rotate all of my bags. This is what I found is the easiest thing to do, so just keep it simple so that way I can get the most use out of all my bags. I don't end up spending too much money on clothing. I'm just able to rotate all my shoes and all my bags so that I get the most use out of them possible, and I love being able to do that. This has been working for me for quite a while now, so I definitely recommend it if that's like what you're into. Of course, everyone's style is super different, so whatever you love, whatever makes you feel confident, you keep wearing it. That's all that I have for you guys. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I have my Instagram right here. It is SwanXDon. I also have a blog page. It is called The Bag Fancy, and that page has an Instagram as well, which is at The Bag Fancy too. So I'll put all that information in the description box as well if you guys want to take a look at it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.